Welcome to our meditation time together today. It is an honor to get to share space and time with you. And so I'd invite you just to settle in where you are. Just get comfortable in your space. And as you get comfortable, your body will begin to relax. The muscles in your jaw and in your face will begin to soften. Your eyes will gently close. And all of a sudden, you'll come to this familiar spot of stillness. And so as we each arrive individually, and then as we arrive collectively, let's just start to find a really nice, nurturing rhythm of breath. Just take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. And breathing in and breathing out, and in and out. And just continue your rhythm, your pace, your practice. And as we settle in for these few minutes that we have, I want to kind of just take you on the journey that brought me to this moment that we're sharing. I had a plan for the things that I wanted to share. Oftentimes that plan just kind of sits with me during the day. Sometimes it comes just minutes before. But I had a plan for today to finish this talk that we've been on, or we've been discovering about spaciousness. But then all of a sudden we were driving down the highway coming home. Right about that time that it's not quite dusk. It's not still the afternoon. There's that sweet spot when the sky turns pink. And all of a sudden I realized I needed to talk about something a little different. So I'd like for you to visualize with me. Just imagine you're standing out in your yard and you look up and it's like the sky is filled with cotton candy. I don't know how else to describe it, but you see these big, full, wispy-ish clouds. They just look like you could almost touch them, but they're pink. And you can see the spots where the sun is just touching them. Some places it's a little darker pink, and some places just barely pink. And some spots kind of in the middle. And you stand and you just marvel. You forget about how hot it is or how the weather has been. You just look up and think, what an amazing thing that against this blue sky and these white clouds, the sun can portray this amazing color. And we were truly driving south down the highway where we are here in College Station, Texas. And all of a sudden I said to John, look. And these big pink cotton candy clouds started to scoot to the side just a little bit. And there was the moon. It wasn't time to see the moon. It wasn't dark. But in the sky, just before evening, just after afternoon, these two were sharing space. These sun-kissed pink clouds and this waxing big old moon. And I thought, each of them reflects the light of the sun in a very different way. How the light touches each of them manifest different from the other. But they were both incredible. And as I saw the two of them up in the sky, almost like they weren't supposed to be there, I realized there's my message for today. Y'all, the light comes to all of us. The things that we experience, the wisdom that we gain, the things that we read, the discoveries we make sitting in meditation, it's all part of our light. But it's gonna look different in each of us. And that's how it should be. I would never think to myself that what the clouds were doing with this pink light of the sun was any better or any worse. than the light of the moon. They were reflecting the light in the way that they were supposed to. And I think oftentimes, especially in our society, we start to think things should look a certain way, we should be a certain way, we should present ourselves a certain way. But all we're really being asked to do is let the light reflect from within out into our world. And maybe yours looks like the big pink wispy cotton candy clouds. Maybe it looks like this waxing gibbous moon. Maybe it looks like the stars, or you have to really stare and find the twinkle. But the point is, it's all light. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to ask us the 4 soul questions as we think about this idea of our light and what is it going to look like for us, each of us individually. And so first, let's just take a long, slow breath in together. And then exhale, let it go. And then a long, slow breath in. And exhale, let it go. And just think about that picture I saw in the sky tonight. Clouds that were pink and this little hint of the moon showing right next to them. And listen to these questions. Who am I? Who am I? The core of my being, this uniqueness of me, who am I? And then the second question asks us, what do I want? What do I want? What are my deepest heart desires, the things that I long for in my spirit? What do I want? And then the third question asks, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? What is my unique contribution to this world that no one can fulfill except for me? What's my purpose? And then the fourth soul question asks us, what am I grateful for? In this moment, with this next breath, what am I grateful for? And so I would invite you, and I'm going to do the same, just picture the best that you can, the sky, standing out in your yard, driving down the highway, whatever it looks like for you, the sky filled with cotton candy clouds and a big old moon, each reflecting their light in the way that they are supposed to. And let's just let these questions sit with us. Who am I? What do I want? What's my purpose? And what am I grateful for? And don't try to answer them. Just see what comes into your mind, what reflections come across your thoughts. And just be with whatever rises up. And as you continue to breathe, and I do the same, I want to pose one more question to each of us. What does my light look like? What does my light look like? There's a lot of different ways that we can characterize and categorize and describe and picture light. But instead of thinking about the moon or the stars or the reflection of the sun onto those clouds or any other item out there around you, instead let's go internally and just ask, what does my light look like? For some of you, you can see your light in your service that you offer to other people. For others, you can see your light in this quiet way of being. For others, your light looks like this countenance where people can see peace on your face every time they look at you. And there's so many other ways I could describe it, but I want you just to look deeper inside of you, just for this next moment or so, and just ask yourself, not like the moon or the sun or the stars, me, what does my light look like? And as you ask yourself that question, ask it with acceptance. Accept that it looks like you. It's not like me. It's not like someone that you know. It's not like a great teacher that you've learned from. It looks like you. It's being illuminated. It's radiating from you in the way that it should, in a way that it can't from anybody else except you. What does my light look like? Let's take a long, slow breath in together. And then gently let it go. One more breath in together. Exhale, release. No matter what the picture is, no matter what the manifestation is of that light, realize no one can shine their light the way that you can shine yours. Let it be natural. Let it be authentic. Let it be you. And let it be a reflection of all of this internal work that you do with and for yourself every day. Constantly learning and showing up and finding presence. Let all of that continue to allow your light to shine, to glow, to radiate. Namaste.